I'm having a thought on a drive because I seen Kurt McKeon open his big, fat, stupid mouth. And idiots are sitting there saying, oh, you don't like this person because they have this identity politic or this gender politic or this thing. That's why you won't buy it. Don't you understand? You're pathetic. You're disgusting. You're blah, 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 blah. You're this ist or a phobe. Here's the problem, numbnuts. As a matter of fact, you know what? You're beyond numbnuts. Slap nuts. Yeah, I'm going to bring that back because that was amazing. So, my friend and I were having this thing about cancel culture because he's like, well, everyone's reactions and everybody, isn't this cancel culture? So, I started thinking about it. Now, because this jerk had the audacity to call everyone, oh, you're one of those people. Oh, you're just disgusting. You're saying this. Now, don't get me wrong. No matter what side argument, Christian, SJW, Comicsgate, Gator, whatever, you're going to have people who are there that's going to be racial, whatever. There's always going to be people. People are people. The problem I have is every time someone doesn't have the same opinion as you, you guys block them. That's cancel culture. You can't handle the fact that someone doesn't like what you did. So you use everything in the book in order to say, well, no, cancel you. I block you. I do this. I do that. So here's my take. And when I was talking to my boy, this is cancel culture. When you have somebody who are like, hey, Elon Musk, when he said free America today or now or whatever he said. And everybody's like, no, you can't say that, blah, 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 blah. That's cancel culture. Why can't he say it? There's really no reason that he shouldn't be able to say that. Whether you agree with him or not, you shouldn't be able to say it. Or when the 45th is eating a hamburger, which I actually seen like 3 or 4 people go into a rant about this. He's eating a hamburger. And they're like, he's eating a hamburger instead of doing his job? How could you? What? He's eating a hamburger. So what? That kind of stuff is cancel culture. What is not cancel culture, in my humble opinion, is when a company or somebody abuses people, does something vicious and vile, like, I don't know, put false copyright claims on stuff that didn't even use any of their copyrighted content. Or when you don't like something, they're like, hey, I don't like this. So their natural reaction is to call you every single istphobe name in the book. You have to be racist, you have to be sexist, and all this stuff. Because you don't like what they're doing and they don't share your opinion. There is a difference between Gal Gadot and friends singing a song and people wanting them to cancel and saying, no, you shouldn't even be working anymore. I'm not saying everyone said that. Some people did. Like stuff like that. Like the minuscule things. Those things, in my personal, humble opinion, you shouldn't be canceling that. Like, why? Who cares? Yeah, you can make a comment. Yeah, you can call it stupid. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. But at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares? Why should you care? But you shouldn't want their whole careers because they did something. But when I was explaining to him, because he was like, well, not buying Naughty Dog's game, for example, that's cancel culture. I'm like, no. There is a difference between you not wanting to buy somebody's game or their product because they insulted you, because they told you something that you didn't like. Made a wrong turn. Versus, I'm not a fan of your product. I don't like what you're selling me. I don't like you trying to force things on me. And just because I don't like what you have done, you're now telling me that I am a terrible human being, and you're basically verbally attacking me. So as such, I do not want to buy your product. You are preaching to me, you are doing something, and now I don't want to buy your product. Get it? You see the difference? How that works? Saying I don't want to buy your product because you have insulted me or because I don't like what you're doing, it is every person's right to not buy something, to not want to purchase something, to not want to get involved in something. And all the companies that their next thing is, oh, you're one of those people. You don't like that we're being progressive. You don't like this. No, it's pandering. When you're seeing the people that you're pandering to turn around and say, we don't like this either, that should tell you a lot. It's insane, the junk that people do. So here's the simplify what I'm saying. To me, cancel culture is when every time someone says something, does something, do something that you don't personally agree with, you flip out. And yeah, you don't want them to say anything. Like, for example, how I feel about Star Wars. There are Star Wars movies that a lot of people do not like that I don't think are that bad. And as such, I will say it accordingly. I don't think this movie's that bad. I don't hate the Disney movies per se, where people are like, no, they're terrible. I don't like Kathleen Kennedy. There is stuff that Star Wars does that I do not like. I do see a pattern, but I don't hate it like the other people do. That's just me and my opinion, you know? So that's all I'm saying. Now, there's a difference between that and me going, I don't like what you're doing. I don't want your product. You know? Kind of lost my train of thought. Sorry. It's kind of one of those things where it's just like that. So, I had to think about it. Yeah, but basically, that's the thing. So, me saying I don't like Star Wars, or I like Star Wars, I like this particular thing, I like this, but I know what the problem is, that's part of. And then you're like, well, I don't want to subscribe to you anymore. I don't want to talk to you. Yes, it's your right. But when you do that, because I don't like this thing, that is a form of cancel culture, because I just didn't agree with your assessment. And not everything should be in line with what you agree with. You should hear different people's opinions, different people's thoughts, different people's stuff. That's how I think it should be. But now, if I sit there and like that to me is cancel culture. You're like this. But now, if we have a discussion, but then you start calling me names, you start calling me out of my name or different stuff, that's a different story, you know? That's all I'm saying. So, just to wrap up, cancel culture is if you sit there and you just cancel someone because of something so minuscule, but you explode and you act like you have the highest moral high ground of all time. And it's kind of this insane, crazy area. But actual canceling of something, not cancel culture, is when you speak with your wallet, when you will not take the insults, where you will not be just subjugated to do whatever you want. Because if people didn't speak with their wallets or cancel at all, then you should buy everything, even stuff that you hate. So when people are trying to tell you how to live your life, like a lot of celebrities do, or they're trying to tell you what to do while they're being super hypocritical about it, you should have the right to be able to say, I don't want to follow you. I don't like what you're saying. I don't like what you're doing. I do not agree with you, and I'm done with you. I'm tired of you thinking you're going to just tell me what to do and push your agendas and push everything on me. Now, once again, if it's something as simple as, I don't like that actor because that actor gets on my nerves. The whole movie was fine, but I'm not going to see the movie because I don't like that actor. I mean, you're right. That's cancel culture. What I say for Amber Heard and what I want to have happen to Amber Heard, that's just fair. Johnny got canceled over accusations like that. Fake accusations that are fake, or accusations that are not investigated, that are just immediately, well, this person said this, you're canceled. That's cancel culture. That's wrong. Now, when you have the evidence and things to show, like what happened to AH, that is not cancel culture. That is fair. There is evidence. There's a line of stuff. You get it? What Naughty Dog is doing and people not buying it, that's not cancel culture. That is people tired of the system and everyone telling you you're a horrible human being because they want to force something that, mind you, I have no issue with, but less than 0.3% of the population is it. But yet they force everything on you. And if you don't like it because you're like, dude, because a lot of times they're sacrificing the story to do it. The first Last of Us, they didn't sacrifice the story. That's why people were fine with it. But you could clearly see that they're sacrificing the story. See, you could do a politic or something if you are telling me a good story or whatever, if I can engage it. But when you don't, and you're just pandering, I don't want to buy that. That's not being cancel culture. That's me telling you you're doing a bad job, and I'm not going to pay for your bad job. That's all I wanted to say. So, like I said, cancel culture to me is when you're canceling things and you're not doing stuff and you're trying to get people's jobs and get them to lose their job because they said something stupid like, I don't know, redheads. So now you don't want them to ever work again and you think they should be fired. Nah, that's cancel culture. That's dumb. But when a company does something egregious or people do something completely egregious to another person or to people or to something, and you decide, you know what, I don't like this. Also, too, you may just not like what they're doing. And hey, you may not like people of the letter community and that's just not your jam. And that actually should be okay too, as long as you're not doing anything to hurt anyone. Me, on the other hand, I don't have a problem with anybody from the letter community. I have some in my family. Doesn't bother me. I don't even like it when they do black pandering or anything. Like, I want to be told a cool story. Not, well, guess what? Here's this new female series. It's led with a female protagonist. Okay, what about the story? A female is there. You should just love it. Like, no. I don't care if it's a male or female. Tell me a cool story. If it happens to be a female, that's awesome. If it happens to be a black guy, awesome. If it happens to be a white guy, awesome. Just saying. That's my thoughts on it. Cancel culture versus actual proper canceling, I guess you could say. All right, so you guys stay safe. I got content coming, Star Wars content coming, some other stuff. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna shell it out, but I'm gonna start with fans versus Star Wars and the state of Star Wars. I also got to do some comic book things, so I might be releasing a few more videos than normal this week too, over the course of a few days, where normally I'll try to drop 3, but we'll see. But I'm going to start with my Star Wars stuff because I also have a hot take on Kathleen Kennedy and the one that does Russian Doll and what I think. I don't know how long the videos are going to be. And my reviews for Star Wars in order, every live action and cartoon show I think I'm going to do too, is coming. All right? Stay safe. Stay healthy. Keep it real. Hey, this is the Geek Protagonist. Thank you for visiting my channel. Like, subscribe, share. Tell me what you think. You heard my thoughts. And also hit that bell notification so you can be aware of any videos I do. Just click. And just take care of yourselves. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming to my channel. I appreciate you sharing this time with me. All right? So the Geek Protagonist is out, and discuss in the comments. Suggestions, anything. See ya.